What's going on, world? It's your boy at Big Game James _36, and this is Big Games B.S, part of Den Media Group, presented by Alpha Clinics Online. Go to Alpha Clinic Online, not clinics. Gotta make sure clinic. Don't put that S in there. Alpha Clinic Online is the go-to thing for everybody. You in South Carolina, you in North Carolina, you in Georgia, you in Florida. We can service you now. Go type in the link and make sure we go check it. Just say, hey, Big Game sent you when you want to get more information. We'll send you where you can go get your blood tested. We can be your full service doctor. Basically, telehealth is where it's at. A lot of guys are not going to the doctor. A lot of people are doing some other BS. We need you to be able to go check out, be in the best shape, the best health that you could possibly be in. Go to alphaclinic.com, alphacliniconline.com. Hit us up, check us out, man. We got some other cool stuff here with the one in Jacksonville. Reason we're a little bit late, we have this Phoenix laser system. Basically, what they do is they take a laser and they're doing spot treatment where you have inflammation at. So, like, man, my sciatic was killing me this morning. Like, I could barely walk. Man, I went in there. That nice Asian lady put that little warm wand on me, and then boom, all of a sudden, I could walk. It sounds weird, sounds wild, but there's nothing nefarious in it. Just know she's coming to put in that work. But we have that, massage therapy, physical therapy, and we also have a little gym over there. So where if people want to go get their workout on, you can go do what you need to do. Love how the chat's getting in here. Good morning. Oh, oh man, Londa says she goes back. She's gonna be colored the last day of Black History Month, which is cool. Wait a minute, or is that the first? No, we got 29 days. We got 29 days. So yeah, it's coming. Our month is coming to an end, and everybody decided to become historic, which is wild. We haven't had a show in a couple of days. On Friday, I was traveling. I went back home. Got a chance to go speak at the middle school that I got kicked out of. It was awesome, man. One of the things that, it's not just black kids at that school. It's a lot more mixed than I remember. NIMS is all black. NIMS middle school is just straight black. Fairview is a little bit more mixed. It's pre-IB, extremely like a lot of smart kids over there. It's also in the middle of the hood, so the hood kids get to go there. But these kids put on their entire show, Black History show, by themselves. It was cool. Man, they had a jazz band. The motherfuckers were getting after it, man. If you could play, don't play with the music though, because I just realized I have music attached to it and I don't want to get demonetized. But that the kids were noticing the shoes. We talked about, people asked me what I talked about. And I basically talked about, hold on, before you make sure you hit that mute. I talked about, history. Don't look at Black history, become Black history. And it was a cool little thing, man. So this is me hanging out. You see my coffee, which I don't have right now on me, which is it's a sad moment. You see my guy right here. He's Uncle Ruckus on Twitter. It's me talking for whatever reason, bringing up stuff. Great day. It was a great time. And I'm going to show you can't play it, but my man was over there getting down on the guitar. And then they had a dude look like two kids going to look like Charlie Brown here in a second. Like we're playing that. What's that? Is that an oboe? I don't know what it's called. Yeah, but that big old thing right there, man, it was getting down, man. You see her, she vibing. Yeah, man, it was doom 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 doom. You know what? I almost felt like they'd been listening to my show, but it wasn't Frasier. I thought they were playing the beat to Frasier, since they know I love Frasier. But shout out to Fairview Middle School for letting me come in there. Told the kids fortune favors the bold, and a lot of those kids had never heard that before. And, they were just like going in there, using it in their little speeches. I'm like, oh, they was listening. Also, it was very much so kids. They used Bluetooth speakers. One of the kids hacked the Bluetooth speaker, and when people were talking, they would be playing some wild ass music. Wow. It was cool. They didn't do it to me, but they did it to everybody else. So FSU, you went to Fairview? Shout out to that. I enjoyed my few days at Fairview before I got kicked out, but I earned it. That front office, I was expecting to have nostalgia. It's hard to have nostalgia when they rebuilt the whole school and nothing looks the same. So, but that's what I did on Friday. It's cool. Excuse me. I encourage all of you guys to go and go. Don't listen to what people are saying on social media. Like, go to an elementary school, go to a middle school, actually go and volunteer. And you know what you're going to learn? It's nowhere near as bad as what these people have been making it sound like. Like, these kids ain't as bad as they make. They are bad, but they got good intentions. They're getting a lot. They're going through a lot. But I would encourage everybody to go volunteer, or at least that's what the MFTK Foundation is about. Go check that out. I should have preached about MFTK, but now that I think about it, I think I wasted the opportunity. What were they going to do? Kick me out again? I mean, they already did it once. So, Twitter's in an uproar. A lot of things are going on. A lot of people are talking about a lot of things that they don't know about. We're going to continue that trend. I know a little bit more than others, but for right now, we are moving slow. We got to 5,000, and then like it seems like the government has said, "Hey, we're gonna slow y'all down a little bit. Y'all growing too fast." So the goal is to get to 6,000. We are quite a ways away. In fact, we were losing subs, but we were at 620, but now we're at 626. 5,374 subs. Like, it was crazy when I would look at my YouTube studio. Like, the subscribers was like plus 700. Like, right now on the last 28 days, it's been plus 278, which is cool. It's just we gotta get the views up. We gotta get the estimated revenue up. We gotta get the subs up. Also, the goal is to get us to 500 members by the end of the year. Right now, we are currently we were at 180 at one point, but a lot of people were getting gifted memberships, and so I guess that $3.99 is hitting everybody, which is cool. I have no judgment, but we would like to see a lot more of you guys become members. Telling you, membership has its perks. Those are the people who I'm going to be looking out for. When you need a hotel in Tallahassee during football season, don't come to me if you ain't no member. Don't come to me asking for no hookups. Like, but we got the hookups. Shoot, I think try getting the hotel during the spring game without the Den Media group hookup. I'm telling you, it's gonna be difficult for you. But you know, it's all good though. But the all-in membership, hopefully we'll see my guy Fatal Jedi here at the Combine. We'll be able to do some fun stuff. I know he was looking for some things. My guy Steve the Still came out. We hung out at the Super Bowl. I had to put him to work though. So we'll be at this Combine all this week. Tons of content. We'll be shooting 2 shows from there. Probably 2 live, definitely 2 live shows, maybe a couple other ones, but definitely just some content. We have 12 guys from Florida State that are going, 5 guys from the University of Miami, 2 guys from the University of Florida, and numerous other guys that will be attending. We have some Combine news here coming up for you shortly as we discuss some of these things. I know somebody asked me a couple questions about some guys, but I don't want to talk about that. Black History Month thing. We could play this one. Not that one. Nah, not that one. We're gonna play that too. It should be no, you went to it should be overtime. Down. No. It's where you're at in housekeeping. It should say twitter.com/overtime. Up one right there. This is an amazing thing, amazing story about Wilt Chamberlain. Wilt Chamberlain is one of those black guys that you could just create a new lie about, and we're gonna all believe it. Like, nobody has any video. We have video of everything. We have video of Paris in the 20s. We have video of bombings. We have video of the moon. We have no video of Wilt Chamberlain scoring 100 points. I don't even know if there's audio of it, but allegedly he scored that. But check this. Let's listen to this story and how crazy this is. He had coaches saying there's Negroes flying in basketball, and that's not fair. This is why he has to be the GOAT.
Wilt Chamberlain once said that he could dunk his free throws, but did anyone see it happen? In 1955, people witnessed him do it at a Kansas scrimmage, including Kansas State coach Tex Winter, who said he started from just behind the top of the circle, ran to the free throw line, and dunked his foul shot. As an opposing coach, Tex was so intimidated that he went to the 1956 NCAA convention and explained what he'd seen, pushing for a rule change. The NCAA listened and banned foul shot dunks to ensure Wilt would never do it in a game. Wilt Chamberlain.
These said, listen, because during this time, this is not me picking on him or insinuating that Tex Winters was racist. He probably had a little bit in him, but they were saying things like negras, they didn't say the Nigger version, but Negra. That's negras that can fly. Go watch Eyes on the Prize. Go watch a lot of these people, Bull Connors and these guys, and hear how they talked about black people. I would be terrified if I saw a black man just flying from the free throw line when you're supposed to be shooting it normal. But this is a guy who they said has slept with over 1,000 women in his lifetime. This is a guy who they said scored 100 points in the game, and now this man's was dunking free throws. Wilt Chamberlain is all of us that have that one uncle that just lived the crazy life with no, he got a ring. I think did Wilt get a ring? Because nobody ever talks about his championships. Wilt championships. Yeah, he was born in 1936. Oh, he won 2. He won one in 67 with Philly and one in 72 with LA. All right. This man was crazy. Crazy back in the day. Luke, you're right. His life is a Chappelle Show, true Hollywood story skit. 2,500. Do you know? I just don't believe it. Just the math ain't math. Let's go. If you were fucking from, let's just say he got off the porch early. So 15, because he said this when he was 15 to 40. So that's 25 years of fucking. You fucked 100 women a year? Make sure that's right. Yeah. I don't know. That's a lot of fucking, man. That is a lot of fucking. But anyways, that was Wilt. Another crazy thing right here I want to tell everybody. Make sure you pay your fees on your storage units. Oh no, my bad. Yeah, we'll go to that. We'll go back around. Pay your fees on your storage unit. Mazzie Smith, Cowboys D tackle, who played for the Michigan Wolverines, did not just forgot to pay. Sometimes you forget it. Sometimes you forget it, and then this is what ends up happening to you. White guy found a gold mine here.
Check out one of the craziest storage units I've ever purchased. I paid $1,880 for this storage locker. I'm guessing because most people saw this giant gun safe in the front. But what I saw was this cleat in the back, and it's a Michigan Jordan cleat. These are player-exclusive cleats. They sell for between $600 and $700. And that was just the tip of the iceberg for this unit. All of the shoes in here are essentially player-exclusive Michigan Wolverine Jordan shoes.
This man's locker
player-exclusive, just regular shoes, training shoes. It's just insane. The unit also had about 3 or 4 boxes filled with Mega Block Halo Legos. This is a Louis Vuitton toiletry bag that sells for like $1,000. Here's another Lego set. This is a Michigan playbook. Sealed Super Smash Bros. Game, some game-worn Jordan 13 cleats. The player did get drafted in the first round of 2023. There will be a part 2 and 3 to this because part 2 are the crazy shoes that I haven't even shown you yet. And part 3 will be some of the clothes because the clothes are high-end as well. The last will be us finally opening the safe because I have to figure out how to get into that thing. Talk about just being unbelievably lucky. I'm sorry I couldn't get it all in one video. You're definitely going to want to follow because what's in this box is more than I could have ever imagined.
Right, he got Travis Scott, the all-black Travis Scotts. He's got a whole bunch of stuff. What stinks is all he had to do was pay a couple $100. And this man's a millionaire. It just shows you like things get kind of fall by the wayside. And that's why these people do these storage unit. Then you change your credit card, you move, you forget all kinds of shit. But I tell you I tell you whose storage unit I hope will close once these shoes come out. These Deons come out. I don't know if I want to pay the money for them, but I know I'm buying them. So for everybody who's been on track for this is what we got. They're coming out. You know I'm buying them. They're going. No matter how much money, I'm copping them. I think it said, is it April? April 24th is when these come out. Definitely going to be getting them though. April 25th, excuse me. April 25th. So hopefully all of y'all would have spent all y'all tax money by then, so that I'm not competing with you people. And I just want to get them. I just want to get them. I hope they come in a different colorway, but I cannot wait to get them these prime times. You know, Prime is out here hustling, man. Prime about to get this bread. Prime got a speaking conference in Tampa, Florida that he's doing with a whole bunch of other people who kind of hoodwink and bamboozle folks. But yeah, them things gonna be fire. Black and white. So you know how many different combos I can wear with it? And Mandarin going to I may try to cop 2 and then have somebody spray paint them. Because Mandarin's going to Nike. So I can wear what I want to wear. So that's the news for that right there. NFL draft coming up. And there's always some interesting news that comes out around the draft. But before we get into that, just a couple updates on people. I was talking to a friend of the show who's training in Caleb Williams. Oh, my bad. Do I want to talk about this? Nah, we won't do that. Even though, actually, no, I love, no, because they're going to ban me. That's Patrice O'Neal. I love Patrice O'Neal, but I don't want to get banned. But we were talking about Jordan Travis and the confidence in which Jordan Travis hasn't done any of his training for the combine per se because he's been hurt. He's still recovering, and the recovery isn't going as fast as what everybody thought it would be going. But there's still hopes that he's going to get drafted. I personally believe it. My friend was telling me like, hey, I don't know why they have this much confidence. You know, remember he was hurt. So, oh, Jesus Christ, bud. But better make sure they have toe. You know, he only got 8 toes. It's the right foot is only going to have room for 3 toes. But we were talking about Jay Trav. We're talking about just the quarterback draft in general. He brought up Caleb Williams, and somebody brought up Caleb Williams to me on the show the other day. And his thoughts on Caleb Williams was Caleb Williams might be one of the most amazing kids that he's ever ran into. And that's so contrary to what everybody else has been saying, especially when we talked about Merrill Hodge, his assessment of Caleb Williams. And everybody like dislikes this guy because he paints his fingernails. I'm with you. That's weird as fuck. But that has nothing to do with if you could be like, there's another quarterback that we were told. It just brought me to something. We got to stop listening to this over masculine culture about who's a fairy and who's not, because it puts you in very precarious situations. We were told that Michael Jackson was one of the biggest fruits on the loom. And if you go look at Michael Jackson's body of work when it comes to women, maybe he was toward the end because he got tired of taking all the bad bitches. Like this man, did you see, like Miles, this man got $85,000 from The Wiz, right? That's how much he got paid to be in the movie The Wiz. No money to Michael Jackson. He was crazy. He said, I got it. He spent all that money just so he could take Miss USA. I think it was 1987, whatever. Take a chick to define one of the baddest women in the world to prom. I'm just saying, the man who dressed like Captain Crunch was out here taking the finest women in the world to prom while everybody else was talking about how weird he is. He's out here living. Caleb Williams might be painting his nails. It might be weird as Halloween on a full moon on a Friday. But you know what? This man's about to be a multi-millionaire. He's living his best life. A lot of us don't paint our nails and do weirder shit. It's the most. We just had the Prince. We thought Prince was a fairy. Prince was out here banging the baddest bitches in the same outfits that they was wearing. I'm just saying, guys, we got to be careful with what we're talking about and who we're talking about when it comes to some of this shit. But I say all that to say is he said Caleb Williams has the closest arm talent to Patrick Mahomes of anybody in the draft or coming up. He can make all the different throws. He's got amazing intellect, and he's training with a bunch of NFL quarterbacks currently. And he's asking the questions about how they do things so that he can learn how to be a good quarterback. So it wouldn't be surprising if he would be a guy who translates very, very well. Damn. But there's that. But the biggest news that's coming out of the combine right now is Marvin Harrison Jr. And I'm not even gonna lie to you. I kind of agree with it. I'm kind of with him on this. People put way too much stock in the NFL combine. Like, you run a fast 40, everybody drools. You go and you do all these different things, they drool. We've seen that you can make money and not have an agent, because if you're good, right? We know who his daddy is. One, his dad can come in there just with the Glock, with the blicky, and get any kind of conversation that he needs. And his dad is a Hall of Famer. But Marvin Harrison Jr. says he's coming to the combine just to interview. He's not doing any testing. He's not doing anything else. All he's doing is the bare minimum. And I like it. I hope more people say, I need you to lean on what I've done. Oh, yeah, he's not even doing combine training. He's staying at OSU. He's working on his craft. And, oh man, boy, every time I see him, you ever been again? I wonder if he looks like this in real life or these are just pictures. So again, we've talked about this on the show, and I know it's dangerous because of his dad. But like Marvin, during Black History Month, Marvin Harrison Jr. looks like a caricature of a Negro that they do it in cartoons. Like, he looks like, this man looks like a blackface painting. Like, click on the Albert Breer one, like just so that people can see. Just, oh wow, like can they see that? Okay, listen, you got to see this, man. Like, blow this up, man. Like, because this got to be seen, man. Like, I mean, we know he has some elite. Miss our month. He has some elite Negroid genes. But man, them things are strong, boy. Like, imagine his lips on a really cold day. How red they're gonna be. Like when the racist comics, like the comic strips in the racist newspaper, draw a black guy, a black thug. They draw Marvin Harrison Jr. Yo. I mean, it's observation. I got a big hit. It's not a picking. It's not picking on me. It's an observation. All we're doing is making an observation. I'm not saying he's not getting no bitches. I'm not saying he's not going to be a multimillionaire and it won't matter. But I'm saying is that this is crazy. Man looks wild, but he's not participating in anything but interviews on the combine. Shout out to Mile High No from re-upping. My boy Travis Holmes posted this, and he got very little to do with the chapstick. Definitely need a spray bottle for him. That's crazy, Angelo. That's crazy, bro. When you first said it, I was like, oh, dang. But now I look at it, it's too true. No, I promise you, man. If you go Google blackface cartoons, dog, I'm saying, man. Yo, Charles, yo, my man's.
Giving them ammunition, Charles.
Yeah. Jesus. Good night. By the way, I never understood the watermelon and fried chicken tropes. It makes absolutely no sense. I don't trust anybody who doesn't eat watermelon and fried chicken. I had a cousin who doesn't eat fried chicken. No, it was a guy. Remember, he came and stayed with us. Damn, it feels like yesterday, but it was a long time ago. But now nobody trusts him in the family. He ain't been around in years. Fried chicken is fucking delicious, man. You know, got good. Winn-Dixie has really good fried chicken. Yeah, it would surprise you. Publix is getting like a little sloppy on the fried chicken. Sometimes when it's yesterday's was good. I had some good fried chicken yesterday from Publix, but sometimes a little. That motherfucker is clearly a swallower, D. He ain't spit no watermelon seeds, bro. That's how you get your lips. Adrian doesn't eat watermelon. I don't trust Adrian either. That says a lot. Adrian doesn't eat. It's something else that Adrian, I think, said one time at a tailgate that she doesn't eat. That was random. And it made me question the black card. Oh, she doesn't eat potato salad. She doesn't eat a lot of shit. It's crazy. Which is wild again, because black people always talk about how much they don't eat mayonnaise, but we always ask who made the potato salad. Like, bitch, y'all not eating no fucking mustard-based potato salad, dog. Come on, bro. Like we got to stop this shit. Like, y'all know y'all eating mayonnaise, man. I love mayonnaise. Mayonnaise is fucking delicious, man. Dry-ass sandwiches that y'all out here eating, man. What the fuck y'all just put? You just put mustard on a sandwich? On a turkey sandwich, man? What's wrong with y'all? Hey, give me this turkey sandwich on wheat with just mustard. Ugh. Man. Anyways, most losses in NFL in the last 20 years. This is why I was telling Jag fans we need to chill the fuck out. Browns fans definitely need to chill the fuck out. You should be happy about anything. But they've lost 221 games. That means they're averaging, what is that? That's a lot of losses a year. Pull out the handy dandy calculator. They're averaging 11 losses a year. Average 11.
It feels like we've been better for longer than that.
The Raiders 215. They're around the same. The Jags 209. The Lions just one better. And that's crazy. The Lions just picked up their first playoff win. The Commanders 202, the Jets 199. Oddly enough, the Buccaneers 191. And somebody was saying like all three of the Florida teams have been terrible. And I'm like, well, one of them has won two Super Bowls in our adult life. I said, I don't give a damn how much you lose. Just win. Just win the big one. Rams 188. They've won a couple. Giants have won 2 in my adult life. They're 184. 49ers 177. Panthers 177. And the Titans 174. And these are all, I want you to realize this. These are all the teams that are going to be able to draft and that are fighting to draft these top players. Statistically speaking, they're going to suck. These guys, all these teams have had, it's got to be a cultural franchise type thing because all these teams suck. They've had numerous coaches. So there is no hope. But I'll say this, though. People want to know why players are the way they are. Why do they not care? Why are they getting paid? Basketball players, they hit that. Why do they not care like I care? Why do they this? Let me tell you why they don't care. In 1994, the salary cap was $34 million. $34.6 million to be exact. 95, it jumped to 37. 2009, what would that be? 14 years later. No, not even 14 years. Excuse me. Yeah. It is. So 14 years later, 123 million, right? That's not bad if you think about it. Every, jumps up like that. Drop down for 2 years to 120 million. 2020, 11 years later, 198.2 million. 4 years later, 2024, the salary cap is going to be $255.4 million. For those, there's a 53-man roster. That is enough for if they wanted to just go communist and pay everybody the same amount of money. That is enough for $4.8 million per player. Man, these guys don't give a fuck. They're getting paid, bro. Like, and rightfully so. Rightfully so. And you know what? Do you know what the salary cap is made of? This is where we need to put the Patrice O'Neal one up, Miles. Everybody just tries to pretend so hard to give a fuck about everything. I'm boycotting the NFL because they don't have Colin Kaepernick. I'm boycotting the NFL because they're allowing these guys to kneel like Colin Kaepernick. I'm boycotting the NFL because they're singing the Black National Anthem. The salary cap is a direct reflection of revenues brought in by the NFL. You know what that means? It means you guys suck at fucking boycotting. Somebody's watching this shit. Everybody says the NFL product is down. The numbers don't say the NFL product is down. The numbers suggest that it's never been more popular than what it is now. And that's why these guys are going out and getting it. The beautiful thing about capitalism is where there's a will, there is a way. People tell us that NIL is ruining football. You know what NIL just got us back? NCAA. NCAA comes out in August, I believe. Players. There's supposed to be 11,000 players opting in or having the ability to opt in. That's an average of 82 players per FBS team. They get $600 and a copy of the video game, which it's not that bad. I actually don't think I think that's fair compensation. There are some players who will get more money because they're going to be considered ambassadors, and their job is to be able to promote the game. Like, I saw somebody make a tweet, and I could not believe that they have a college degree and that deductive reasoning had not gone past them, had not taken them to this point. Buddy said, "Why is everybody out here announcing that they're going to be on the video game?" I said, they clearly said that they're going to have ambassadors. Do you think DJ Ukulele is out here saying, I'm going to be on the NCAA video game without having any money going towards him? He is. Now, one of the things that's going to happen is that we're going to be annoyed just like in real life. And that's the beautiful thing about video games, is making it as real as possible. Nothing do more people complain about on a day-to-day are the commentators on college football. Now, the thing that sucks is that we won't see RG3. RG3 is one of the ones that I think is better that all you guys complain about. But here are the confirmed person. Now, these guys are going to get paid more than $600. I can promise you that. Chris Fowler will be a commentator. Kirk Herbstreit will be game day and a commentator. Desmond Howard will be game day. Reese Davis will be game day. David Pollock, who notably in this month became more famous because on the first day of Black History Month, he decided to drop his woke tweet. Kevin Connors, studio host, and Jesse Palmer in some way, shape, or form. Holly Rowe, who works with all of these men, put up her disgust. How about including some women, EA Sports? 30 years on college football sidelines. So that means if 30 years from today, that would put her into the late 90s. Bitch, you weren't on the video game in the first place. But you know who was? Aaron Andrews. You know why Aaron Andrews is on the video game? Not here to tell Holly. I think Holly Rowe might be married. I hope she is. Let's see. Oh, she was born in '66. That's good for her. She's 57. They don't say if she Holly Rowe married. Okay, well, she has a child. She made her debut in 1998. Oh man, that's not a good picture. She's a Gemini. She's 5'5". This is a lie. She's okay. She is married. We just don't know. Oh, she's married to Delro. So she's married. That means somebody likes her. But boss, can you go look up Erin Andrews? Because I'm trying to I want to make sure, because Erin Andrews was supposed to be hot during that time. She's 45 now, so. And she's tall. Let's just pick one. She's it's not my cup of tea, but she's hot in the sense that everybody I can see why they would like. She was on all the EA Sports games during this era. And you weren't. I can tell you this, she's 5'10", probably about $120, $130. And that's what people like. And people will buy video games for that. I'm not here to judge Holly as much as I'm trying to answer the question for Holly. And this might be why you're not there, Holly. But they have had women. Don't know why they don't have women now. It would make it more realistic because a lot of people don't like women reporters either. They hate RG3 just a little bit more than they hate the women reporters. But another note, Army and Navy, the service academies, apparently they cannot participate in the compensation portion of the video game. So we don't know what they'll do with the Navy football players. We don't know what they'll do with the Army, with the Air Force. We don't know what those players will be doing. So yeah. So it'll be interesting. I don't play with those teams anyway. I'm curious what I'm going to do now. I like to play with the sorry teams and then kind of build them into something. I like to earn my job. You know what I'm saying? I want, but I want to be there for a while. I want to take Arkansas State to the first college football invitational and then go get a job at Florida State. I've been there 10 years. I've developed this. And you hand the job off to one of your hardworking assistants, and then you go somewhere else, man. Grill Master, they're trying to find something. The odd part is that a lot of people don't realize they're the only ones who have been getting paid for all these years before name, image, and likeness. If you go to the service academy, you're basically doing your ROTC. Bordeaux put Alabama A&M in the SEC. That's stuff like that. But the game is coming up. We'll probably be having video game footage. I'll definitely be playing it. There's college football changes. Did you know now that the college football is putting their crack on things to try to make stuff fair in recruiting, so that you can no longer give kids goodie bags. You can't decorate their rooms with their favorite snacks and treats because, damn it, it was getting out of hand. The NCAA said we got to put our foot down. That's one of the changes. The other change is college football early signing period is expected to move to early December before the transfer portal opens up. So I don't know what exactly that does, but Maybe it helps. Not sure. But it'll be December 4th is when they're talking about. So basically right before they or is that right after? When is December 4th? That's either championship week before championship weekend or right after championship weekend. It's right before championship weekend. Or no, championship weekend would be the 30th this year. Because Thanksgiving will be Thanksgiving will be the 28th. That is going to suck to have. You're going to have your whole that helps. That helps the Floridas of the world and Miami's. We know they're not going to be in the championships. That stinks for us. But December 4th is when that's happening. You got to be recruiting all the way to the end, I guess. December 7th is championship weekend. Christmas is on a Wednesday this year. That's a wild, weird day. That's really 2 weeks of not getting anything fucking done. When is my birthday? My birthday's on a Friday? Turn up. That means the book bag job might be a little later. FSU, more lawsuit drama. ESPN accuses FSU of a potential felony. In the filing, because what happens is ESPN has entered the picture in ACC's lawsuit against Florida State's Board of Trustees, with the broadcast company responding to the deadline in North Carolina court to support ACC's right to seal the media agreement. In the filing, ESPN pushes back at FSU's attempt to make documented agreements part of public record and imply that FSU, as well as its attorneys, potentially committed a felony by knowingly disclosing ESPN trade secrets. Cites textbook trade secrets and competitive disadvantage if competing networks would gain a leg up on ESPN in the next round of negotiations with rights holders. The agreements contain sensitive financial terms, setting the amount of rights, fees, and royalties that ESPN will pay, as well as sensitive non-financial terms and about the parties' future rights and obligations. ESPN closely guards copies of these agreements in its possession and includes confidentiality terms and agreements themselves to prevent rights holders, including the ACC and member schools like FSU, from publicly disclosing them. Now, again, it goes down to the fact that people do not understand how state of Florida works. We don't have any control over the Sunshine State laws. If you don't like it, don't do business with the state of Florida. Period. Anytime you do business, and the crazy part is, all people are asking for is a grant of rights. Don't get sued. Do good business, negotiate in good faith, and you won't be that. But the crazy part is if you don't, that's not how law works. You can't go in a civil court and accuse somebody of a felony. That's two different courts. If you truly believe that, press charges. But who are you going to press charges against? Who are you going to go book? ESPN? You're going to go book the president of Florida State? The president of the Board of Trustees? You're going to call TPD? Felonies are handled in criminal court. They're not handled in civil court. Don't believe me. I'm not a lawyer. I just watch a lot of suits. Doug Rohan, who I've had on here numerous times, one of the hallmarks of civil litigation is that it is inappropriate to threaten criminal penalties for pursuing civil litigation. I have not seen the full pleading yet, but that is certainly a curiosity. So to state it plainly, no. ESPN is not going to be on the side of FSU in this matter. So basically, you're just mad at us and you're threatening. You're trying to make it harder for us. Someone might want to tell ESPN you don't get to threaten criminal prosecution. You don't even hint at it. To punish a party for pursuing a civil case. That is absolutely ridiculous. If a crime was committed, we'd be in different court. Makes you wonder what they really want to hide. That's Danielle Kelly, who I've also had on the show, who's also an attorney who's handled criminal and civil. The point is that they're trying to fight to keep this in North Carolina court. The problem is it does not even matter, because if you sue Florida State and those things get discovered, there are things that are going to be let out that you don't want to let out. So, boom. Tennessee and Virginia won their preliminary injunctions against the NCAA. Booster-funded NIL collectives can now communicate with high school recruits and transfer portal players in those two states. I wish Florida State would have started their lawsuit happiness way earlier, than we wouldn't have one of our Coach Atkins being suspended. Tennessee and Virginia basically said, "Fuck you, NCAA. We're gonna go down kicking and screaming." It's basically the end of the world as we know it when it comes to college football. NCAA is done. But you cannot do bad business and continue to stand on the table and say that you won. I repeat, you cannot do bad business that continue to stand on the table and say that you have won. Eventually, it's going to come to the light. The things that you have done, and people are going to see, how is it that you're constantly losing and everybody else around you is winning if you are so right? Now, never has this been even any more prevalent in the last, again, 20 years. Anybody knows I am a huge Jay-Z fan. I tell people all the time, I can tell by your life by your rap lyrics, it shows in your life. There's a Jay-Z quote for everything in life. Doesn't mean you're successful. Just means that sometimes whoever you truly just emulate and want to listen to, I can tell that that's who you are. When people say they like Nas, no doubt, I like Nas. But Nas didn't live it. He witnessed it from his folks' pad, scribbling in a notepad, and invented his life. But Nas is also successful now after he bent the knee and worked for Jay-Z. It's a lot of people who are successful after they bend the knee and work with Jay-Z. Except for one guy. One guy worked with Jay-Z. He worked with Jay-Z. He said he made Jay-Z. And yet, all we do is hear him scream, yell, and act like he's something that he isn't. And now it's all come to an end. Jay-Z said, "I hear motherfuckers saying they made Hov. It made Hov say, okay, so make another Hov." Jay has done so much stuff with other artists. He's built up different people. And now Jay even reached out to a guy who has had nothing but bad words to say about him. Every time Dame Dash, if you don't know rap, Dame Dash and Jay-Z and Biggs created Rockefeller Records. And that's how they came in. Rockefeller Records, where nobody would sign Jay-Z to a deal. They put their own money up. They bet on themselves. They made money. If you go through all of the videos, you see Jay-Z was the superstar. You see he was doing the different things. And you see Dame acting like the biggest. I've always not liked him because he was acting like the biggest fucking groupie out there. There's a picture of Jay-Z with Michael Jackson. Jay-Z, Michael Jackson, and their whole entourage. Everybody, all the people who are not the superstars are acting crazy. And the two superstars are acting very chill. When I'm in rooms with the guys who are the big bosses, a lot of times you don't have to listen to the big boss talk. You know that they're the big boss by the way that they move. Well, Dame is basically going the way of the NCAA. Kicking and screaming. Every interview that, like, I think I've heard Jay talk about Dame twice. And in both times he says Dame's a hustler. He's gonna land on his feet. He's gonna be okay. As many shots as he's taken. And what we do in this culture, we believe that the person who does the most talking is the person who's always right. We hear it all the time with women. Oh, like this woman did this 50. Anybody, y'all hear about this 50-part TikTok shit? Bro, it's like 9 hours of content. motherfuckers was really listening to this shit. Somebody tried to draw me into it. I listened to 3 parts of it. You know what I came to the conclusion of? That bitch is stupid. I done felt no sympathy for her. You don't, this man, the timeline doesn't even match with some of the stuff. And all the women are like, of course she's right because she's a woman. And I'm like, no, she's stupid. Like, that's what she is. Like, imagine she moved into with somebody after 2 weeks of getting to know him. Then she got pregnant. And then she's like, he's not everything that he said he was. Like, he's a liar or he's this, he's that. And she's going to hopefully get paid now because she got like a lot of people watched it. Like, she's famous now. And she said, I'm saying this. I don't want anybody to know. I don't want you to look up who his name is. Bitch, you knew what you was doing. You knew how this works. But my point is that it only works out for a little bit. And you got Dame who's trying to create this own network. Everything he's trying to do struggles because he does the same. He's like one of those guys that just talks. He's basically the epitome of fake it till you make it. He reminds me of a lot of my friends of my family up north. You talk very, very fast and confident, and people think you're good. I'll use this quote from a guy named Curtis Schoon. Dame Dash has made the rounds offering business advice to anyone who will listen. He recently lost a civil matter and was ordered to pay up to $800K. He was ordered to sell his shares in Rockefeller Records. He's going through it. You might convince people at the bottom you can do that which they cannot do themselves. However, once you get past that stage, you don't want to be seen as a competitor or threat because it's counterproductive. I try to present myself as an asset to all. He has a lot to prove to himself and others. This is a man who couldn't go to New York because he'd get arrested for child support. His wife left him. People who were under him have surpassed him without him. He's out on his feet. I've dealt with Jay, Dame, and Biggs back in 95, 96. I've come to understand people behave the way Dame does out of some personal insecurity or shortcoming, not necessarily intellectual deficiency. So much in entertainment relies on image. He may have to switch careers to flourish. And a lot of times that's really what happens is you see the insecurities of somebody coming. Like, that's why you got to get a lot of people on your team who are about winning. And you got to know what your role is. Everybody isn't supposed to be the main character in every story. Sometimes you got to be able to play the back. Sometimes you're the behind the scenes guy. If you always have to be the face, that gets annoying. It's extremely annoying. Yeah, Ramon, she got a BMW. Well, that's what they said. She got a BMW. I didn't see the rest of it, but yeah, she got a BMW. But now she got to pay. You know that's not free, right? You're supposed to have a forklift company, yeah.
I didn't hear this story. I mean, there was a part where she was like, he was paying her bills at first, and I was just like, whoa.
That's the problem. That's the problem. Is the things that people think are big time aren't really that big time. Like, scam is scam, and they in Atlanta too. I don't trust anything that comes out of Atlanta. Like, they all scam. The problem with the world is y'all convince yourselves that if a man pays all your bills, he must be about something. But guess what? Even if he is paying all your bills, that shit will eventually dry up if they're not making money. I mean, it's like that tax bill gonna be a motherfucker for her though at the end of next year. But that's her problem. If, like, again, a lot of times it's the material shit that we look at, like, not the fact that she just put a 50-part series out. The Dame Dash, same thing. You have a history of making fucked up decisions and you have no accountability and nothing's going to change. You just got rewarded for making fucked up decisions. So what do you think is going to happen the next time? You're going to make more fucked up decisions to try to pull yourself out of this.
He based his virtue based on what he could buy and afford for her. And then he got played. Like,
You got played.
It looks like two bad people.
It's two awful people. Women go around saying, "Oh, well, your worth comes in." Like they'll say, "It's talk out both sides of your mouth. Your worth isn't how much you can pay. Why did you get with this dude? Oh, because he was paying all the bills."
Right, exactly.
It's not about you don't want love. Like most people don't want love. Security, which is fine. Just tell the truth. I want shit. That's all you gotta say. I want shit. I want to be able. I want the Birkin bag. You don't know why you want the Birkin bag. You want the Birkin bag because everybody else, because some other bitches lied to say they got the Birkin bag. But again, as my man says, so much is about being seen, and that's what Dame's life was like. Meanwhile, you know what Jay-Z does? Jay-Z is true. Jay said in his interview with Gayle King, she said $500,000 a dinner with you. So I take the 500,000. He's like, I never tell you not to take the money. He's like, I've already told you. All the game is in my songs. He said, take the money and go buy some albums. And actually go sit and listen. And I was driving to Tallahassee. I was listening to the song, I Got the Keys. And Jay really do, people say Jay-Z don't have no bars, right? But if you really listen to Jay-Z, it's like listening to a book on a self-help business book on tape. Key to life, keep a bag coming. Always got another bag coming. I ain't been asleep since 96. I ain't seen the back of my eyelids. Basically, Jay will tell you that he's like in real life and life goals. Jay, the only person who's ever got rich and has faded. Like, you don't hear about him anymore. You hear about his wife. But that's when she's going on tour. This man literally backed up. And what's wild is this. Jay offered that man a boat. $800,000 is what he owed. Jay said, I'll give you 1.5. And he refused to sell it to Jay-Z. Foolish pride. Mandy, the only thing I'll say that Mandy put, most women get played for free. She didn't get played. She was a player in that game. Like, I don't think y'all realize that we're getting played. Like, she didn't get played. We don't even know if this is true.
I wish somebody would pay my bills for a while, take me out to lunch, and then I'm the one considered getting played. Like,
or just, again, we don't know if this is true.
That's true. It could just be a story.
People lie every day on the internet. And there was a year ago, a woman had people convinced that black men wasn't shit because she allegedly got hit with a brick because she didn't want to give her number to a guy. You know what she did? She got all kinds of money from a GoFundMe account. And then people realized a year later that she's done the same shit 3 times. And that it was a reason why she didn't get hit with a brick. She got hit with a water bottle because she was talking shit.
I do remember that one.
Believe facts. Listen to everybody. Like, it's just like people get on. Like, again, if she get on here, like, again, I just hope that there's not an adult on this planet that's that dumb. Because you know what? Fine. I hope she gets to make all the money. And this is terrible. I know history, and I know this has been abused. Personally, I believe she should not be able to reproduce. Because she's stupid. She doesn't make very good decisions. Somebody wants to check out the IFC portion of what does IFC mean before I go and look at this, because you're saying this is hilarious. Hold on.
But at the end of the day, it takes time to get to know somebody, and that's what people seem to forget or have forgotten. You got to take time and judge for yourself.
You know what this really puts to bed? which we should have put to bed a long time ago. Women's intuition.
Oh,
Because if women's intuition was true, it should have been. It was there. I mean, just listening to the little bit I listened to.
No, I remember dating a girl where she was down on her luck, didn't have a job. I was working 2 jobs. I would come home, cook, give her a massage, and then go out late at night and work again. And one time coming home from late at night working, she said, "Oh, you could at least shower before you went off with some other chick." Knowing I just put in 6-7 hours of work, probably going to help her with her bills. That's women's intuition.
Keep guessing, eventually you'll be right.
Yeah, exactly.
But anyways, though, enough of that. Going back to the last thing. The thing that's got the internet, I get a lot of lies being told on this one, but here's the thing. Again, it's the scary part of the human mind. The human mind can make you believe. Adrian, there is actually, I found the cliff notes to it. And that's what made me even more believe that she's stupid. Because it said that they moved in together 2 weeks after the quarantine, but then they got married in 2022. Quarantine happened in 2020. That means you were living with this dude for that long and did not know any of this shit. Means you wasn't paying. Something ain't adding up. When stuff don't add up, I start subtracting, man. I mean, I think it's just a lie. Or it might not even be genius. It's just some people lie to themselves so much that they've convinced themselves that it's the truth. And this happens in people when they talk about stuff on social media. They talk to people and they built this persona up that I'm a badass. Like, one thing I would never do is if I've never been in a fight or I've never won a fight or I'm not sure about what my fight skills are, I'm not going to go attack a 6'6", 240-pound former athlete. Because a lot could go wrong in that. And if you don't know, like, James, where are you getting with this? Well, start us off. We'll go to the 7-on-7 culture in general. 7-on-7 culture in general is the most toxic shit that I've ever seen in my life, perpetuated by a bunch of people. Now, this is a good example of what good coaching what can happen. The problem is these jits are around a bunch of people. Let me say this. You people, you are putting your children around a bunch of losers who have never done anything in life. They haven't accomplished anything as an adult. They never accomplished anything as an athlete. Their only sole accomplishment is wearing cool backpacks around and being teenagers around a bunch of other teenagers and being able to be bombastic and loud and perpetuate stereotypes based off of the athletic feats of young African-American males. That is what that's what AAU basketball culture is. That is what 7-on-7 football has become. It is not about just competing. It is about competing and showing your ass in front of cameras. Now, this is what a good old school coach gets. And you know what? There are people who are yelling at this coach for doing what he just did. Kid could never play for me because this is exactly what I do. I would quickly tell you your kid is not that fucking good and he's a fucking lame-o.
No, we doing. We got time for that shit. You will not talk about you, motherfucker. You will talk about you play side to side. I don't give a fuck about that camera. Get your lame ass over there and get ready to play, man.
If we had more coaches doing this 7-on-7 culture, but you know what's gonna happen? That kid, not saying this kid in particular, but this what happened to another kid. Mom, he embarrassed me. I'm gonna go play with these other dudes that let the kids do backflips and pat people on the head after they catch ball. Man, this is the dumb shit that goes on, man. It's why kids be fighting all the time. It's and adults talking all this shit. It's not football. Football is violent anyway. It's not playing in little ass clothing, tight ass shorts, little helmets, sweating and glistening, touching each other. It's two-hand touch. That's what it is, man. Because in a game of football, you do all that shit. I am going to literally try to take your soul away from your body. And I tell my kids I tell my kids all the time, today you feel froggy, man, go ahead and jump. I will slap the shit out of you and your father. Can't hit the mom. That's disrespectful. Unless she decides that she wants some equality. If she would like some equality, then, if she step up a little too crazy, then we may have to, these equal opportunity hands over here. But my point is that this is what needs to happen. You nip it in the bud. I have kids who play 7-on-7. They go out and do all this stupid shit. You know what they don't do when they come back to the high school? That dumb shit. Because we actually hold them accountable for stuff. We tell them that that's not how the game is played. That's going to get a penalty. So you're going to get somebody fired for that shit. But it's attitude reflects leadership. So what happened was, it's a lot of things that happened, but we're going to just first show the video. So let's see what the videos are, or if there's something else up here. Well, leave that one up there. I'll talk about that in a second. Yeah, just show this video. So here's the problem. Now, at first I thought this was children because I'm going to let you watch it because you'll see why I thought that this was children getting escorted out the club. This is the top one, Van on X. So it doesn't even show all the good stuff. I think it cuts. Oh, no, that's good. All right, so go back to the beginning, Miles. So look, this is where Cam, so somebody comes in, they try to sucker punch Cam, right? And they miss. Cam grabs him and puts another guy in the headlock. Now, if you're looking at this on the video, how do you know who's Cam? Look right where under the wee ball, there is a top hat and the guy with the dreads. Now, watch this. Can we play this in slow motion? Because this is where they should be ashamed of themselves. Now, Cam takes them here, and he's escorting him. One. Good little ways. Still moving. Cam has escorted this guy, and you see he's grabbing him by the hair. Another guy comes in, tries to snuff Cam. And another miss. My man got escorted all the way out of the club. Now, Cam, being the multi-millionaire in this, did not throw one punch, but clearly had everybody taken off. And I want everybody to realize this. Can we get to where Cam? Oh, man, get to the end. Let's go to the end. Right there. Let's push that. That's fine. Go back a little bit. Right here. Perfect zoom. I have one question. And here's my problem. It's got nothing to do with the culture of 7-on-7. It's got everything to do with the culture of fake tough guy shit. How do you jump a man and his hat look unfazed? Cam's hat has not moved 1 inch. You would think, I just tried to hit somebody, I'm gonna at least take his cap off. This man didn't even move his cap, dog. I am so ashamed of our culture that this is why people shoot, because you damn sure can't fight. What went through your mind that day that made you so angry that you said, I gotta go fight a dude and I don't know if I can fight, but I'm gonna try. Now, Cam is an A1 shit talker. Cam is just as bad about the 7-on-7 culture as other, but Cam has never tried to throw fists. But one thing these guys are showing is that you clearly, Atlanta dudes don't know how to do nothing but be fruity. Now, Andre bring up a good point. And we got this. We can go back and show some more. This is the other part. It's documentation that Cam is willing to, Cam is not afraid to back down. He ain't backing down from no fight, from nobody. From when Kelvin Benjamin said some shit to him, and he had to go see Kelvin Benjamin the first time he seen him.
That's right. It kind of looked like Kelvin Benjamin didn't want it.
He didn't want it. He was like, nah, man, we're going to talk about this. And then he said, it's kind of like, imagine if T.I. was like real size. Like T.I.'s petite. But Cam, the way Cam enunciated his and speaks now in the dress code, it's like T.I. but stretched. He said, "Hold on now, hold on, my brother. Like, what would confuse you to surmise that you can speak about my demise in such a way in which would not cause the gangster in me to be able to come out?" And that's why I don't think people realize, like, dog, this is, keep that one up. Let's see if we got some more, because there's other video, because it makes it worse. Now, the name of the group is TSP or something like, look, Andre's not lying. Post this. Look at Cam. Blow up one of those pictures, Miles. Does this look like a man who you should be trying to fight? He is smiling. And that is Josh Norman. That not Josh Norman like toward the end of his career. This is all pro Josh Norman. This is right before they won the Super Bowl. This is the training camp. Josh decided that he wanted, and you see what he's not doing? This is the scary part. Well, how does Cam Newton know how to dismantle so many people without throwing a punch? He is just manhandling this guy. Do we have the picture of the video of the guy? See, okay, and this is the guy who got escorted out the club. Talking trash the day before.
How old is he?
He's a grown man. That's all I know. I want people to see this because this is somebody's father, somebody's mentor. Your kid is playing 7-on-7 for this guy. My kid could never play 7-on-7 for this guy again.
I mean, I'm gonna say it. They can't hide the film now. You know what I'm saying? That 3 times.
You know what I'm saying?
Y'all not throwing that, none throwing that Atlanta hero quarterback.
It's
not beat.
Nobody knows who this guy is outside of his clients. He is talking about a former NFL MVP, a first overall pick, a Heisman Trophy winner quarterback, national championship winning quarterback. Actually, multiple, because he won a junior college national championship before he won one with Auburn. He's talking about a guy who's accomplished more in his failures than this guy has ever accomplished in his life. And that's what I want y'all to realize 7-on-7 has become. You are listening to people who haven't failed as successfully. And I don't mean failed successfully. I mean, my failures are bigger than some of these guys' stuff. When the failures are bigger than some of these guys' accomplishments, this is who you entrust your children to. You'll see, this is underparenting. This is lack of parenting. You know what this is? I blame black women for this. This is because y'all see the glitz and the glamour, just like that bitch Reese Monroe, whatever that we were just talking about, Reese TC. You see that glitz and the glamour, and you want to put your kid over there because you think that's winning and you think that's success when it ain't. Not in sports, not in life. All we saw was a loudmouth dude come up to somebody that he thought was sweet and got sugar spilled all over his ass. And what's scary is it's in Atlanta. Do you know what can happen when you lose to a Fruit Loop in Atlanta? Man, you liable, and they all in sweats. Man, you think Cam gay? Now, man, imagine losing to a gay dude in a fight in Atlanta at his camp. I'm just saying, all this shit, they're like, James, why don't you get in 7-on-7? I don't like coaching high school. It was some coaches it was a coach at rival high school around here that said the fullback coach. And I'm like, I don't even know who you are. Like, so like, I can't. And I told us, I can't even pick on you because you don't have a resume. It's not fair. You could Google me. I can't Google you. We're in a bad situation. We're already in a mismatch.
As someone not born in the South, can you do me the favor of explaining to me? I didn't understand what he said.
This guy?
Yeah, not one word.
But he's talking about Cam. They played in the tournament. I guess they beat Cam's team. So the beef comes from this guy used to work with Cam in 7-on-7.
Oh.
And then they split. And there's two stories I've heard. Both of them are over money. This guy had to get out of Cam's organization because of some funny money scenarios. But then this guy also used to be the wide receiver coach for one of my good friends, the school that he coaches at. But they split ways. Everywhere this guy goes, they splitting ways from him. So something bad about him. Yeah. But apparently Cam said, if you beat my team, I got $100 for every kid on your team. Okay. So I guess that he was talking about that for the last tournament. He didn't say that for this tournament. And now this guy wanted to come over here and was popping off because they beat Cam's team. But here's a guy who's saying, I'm better. Like, it can't just be I'm better than the 7-on-7 guy, right? It can't be I'm just better than you right now. Like, you trying to go and say you're non-throwing ass quarterback because he's saying that Cam couldn't throw the ball. That Cam wasn't good at quarterback. When I just don't know what you've been good at in life. Like, we know Cam Newton. Like, there's video of Cam Newton throwing the football to nobody. What? Right, and this is this is my problem. It's the kid. Like, James, you did good this year with your running backs. I didn't run anywhere. Now, if you want to think I'm a good coach because I told them to run where they ain't, tell them little motherfuckers that they did all the work. Right. I was there to help guide them, but I didn't do that shit. Right. The problem is, again, I tell people this. I tell my sons this. I said, I don't need another trophy. I'm good with where I'm at with what I did in sports. I would love to aid you guys to get more. Like, but it's a bunch of guys who don't know what the hot tub looks like in the NFL locker room, who don't know what an NFL contract looks like, who have never sipped Gatorade from someplace, like, or Powerade. They've never done anything. And like, now look at you. It's all about clicks and likes. And then you did this, and now it's permanent record because we just saw you. If we can go back to the video, now that we know what this guy looks like. So look at the dreads. See the dreads? They're noticeable. Now go back to the Van on X. And go all the way back to the beginning. Actually, no, right here. This is it. You can see, you'll see the plaits. You're about to see the plaits. So watch them. We fall down, but we get up because Cam picked your ass up and then threw you by your hair. And then you swung and missed. And now you mad.
That dude in the white shirt. It's so silly. He did nothing. Came in hard, did nothing. Hit nobody.
I don't know whose side he's on.
Yeah.
Because if he was trying to hit Cam, he was so far away.
They're trying to live through the kids.
That's really what it comes down to. And now the kids, it's only one way to solve this. And as bad as this is good for 7-on-7 culture. You know why this is good for 7-on-7 culture? You can make a statement right here. All of the big tournaments, you can make a statement right here. Though, like, and it happened to AAU. It happened in AAU basketball not too long ago. There was a big brawl. Though that team got suspended for the rest of that season. No, I mean, kids, top to bottom, the people who weren't involved and the people who were, everybody got it punished.
All that money that comes with it, people working their side businesses, hustles gone.
The coaches are suspended from AAU indefinitely.
Good.
So they can't coach AAU anymore. Suspend these guys from every tournament.
Yep.
That's the only way you could change it. The kids can't participate no more this year.
After what we've seen right here in Jacksonville, right? Didn't we have a bad one here?
Man, we've had all kinds of shit happen here.
And Aqib Talib's brother's gone.
Yep.
There's been too many.
It's too much stuff. And what's crazy is there's no metal detectors and a lot of backpacks.
Kansas City.
It's too much wild shit. It's too much crazy shit going on for this to be allowed to happen. That's what's wild, dog. Like, That's just I don't like being overpowered, right? I can take an L. L's happen. But like when I'm looking at this and like this is somebody's son, the quote Dame Dash in front of your children. Like, can we blow it up again? I want to know. I want to ask TJ, is at this moment, did you feel like it was worth it at this moment? Like, this is where they need to do. Where I gotta find that that video. Like, I know what you're asking yourself. How did I get in this situation? You had no chance, though. You are being you are being physically taken. Like, this is kidnapping. By definition, this is kidnapping. He was forcibly removed from one area and put into another one.
Calm down.
You literally cocked back, swung, and hit nobody. He grabbed you. Boom. Come here. Whoa, go back. Oh, my goodness. Can we slow this down? Like, look at the... it was slow. Oh, it's even great. Look at this. He's got both hands. Come here, boy. Like, if Cam wanted to shot put him, he could have slung him.
This way you throw Carlton out.
Dog, he definitely did Carlton Banks him.
I just gotta cut it here and then show Carlton.
Oh my God, bro, man.
This lady's like, okay.
This is why it is their month. Can't even say shit to them. Where's that song that they sang at the Super Bowl? It was so much more peaceful than this.
I think everybody else is going towards. He's
like, no, get my ass out of here. This is why I don't go to East Atlanta. I heard Gucci sing about this before. Man, dang.
moving the sled.
Man. And you didn't do anything, man. And then he might have punched his partner.
Hit him in the back. You don't know.
Damn, though, this is tough. Oh, I'll just go back from there. He mushed them. Wait a minute, did he mush him to the ground? He dribbled him. So watch how about you don't believe me? This is a dribble. Bang, and then back up. That's a dribble. My man got dribbled, dog. You can't, there's nothing that you can say on a message because you were never at no point in this contest were you in an aggressive position, except for when you missed the punch. Like, you got dribbled on grass. Like, to be honest with you, if Cam was 50 Cent or somebody else, you're over that railing.
Right. That could have been, man, he was protecting that.
Like, Cam, no. Cam was protecting his pockets. Because Cam knows if I punch you, you're going to sue me. And it's not like 50 Cent. So 50 Cent had this really good thing right here. Like, Cam 50 Cent said, it was at a radio station, like when 50 was in his prime, right? And the dude said something. He's like, man, you know, I just punch you dead in your shit right now. He said, nah, because if you punch me, I'm going to get my man's here. I'm going to have him punch me, and then it's going to be worse, and then we're going to say it was you. He said, nah, that's not going to work. He said, what you mean it's not going to work? He said, nah, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to take half of what I was going to have to pay you in court. I'm just going to give it to your man's. And then now don't nobody know nothing. Or you can get missing. And so, like, 50 was so cold with it. So 50 was like, nah, I'm going to whoop your ass, and then I'm going to pay everybody to not say nothing so that you just sitting there with that solid ass whooping. And then if we go to court, I'm going to make you feel like you went to school. Because, 50's the type of dude that 50 got the one girl owed And they're like, and that's what it is. Like, you don't need it's not it's the point. Like, she should have done what she did. He said she don't feel like she went to school. She said she went to college when she done with me. Like, she should have been better off getting her money that way.
Petty.
Cam's not petty like 50, but he also hasn't been shot 9 times. So like, but Cam is a sassy. It's a different level of sassy, man. Y'all gotta stop. Yeah, man. Atlanta dudes is different. Like, it's like a sugary savagery that just is terrifying. Like, you don't know.
Where's Cam from?
Cam's from Atlanta.
From Atlanta.
Yeah, he's from Atlanta. He
Why
said,
did I imagine him on a farm?
he said, y'all thought I was Dak Prescott, baby. This is not. Dog. These hands are certified, man. Now, you ever know about that? You gotta go Google Dak. So again, quarterbacks getting jumped. See, that's the other part. Dak Prescott wasn't used to this. Cam ain't never had an offensive line in his entire life. So Cam's used to like reading pressure on the. Cam diagnosed the blitz, picked it up, and then slung, and then threw the ball away. But Dak Prescott got beat up at Panama City Beach during spring break. Oh yeah. This was when he was in college. He gonna never live that down. Oh, they murked him. They stomped him out. See, this is what happens. People get mad when Dak Prescott called. I mean, when Cam Newton says Dak Prescott. Here's the difference between a game manager and a game changer. All right, we got this up. We're going game managers. This is what happens with game managers, guys. Game manager. Oh, they ain't show the stomp. But he got whooped. There it is. Boom. He getting worked. Slumped. Man, look at the camera stuff. So much worse back then. Oh, 4-5? Yeah, man. 4-5 say he the black people president because he's getting indicted.
You see what they do with the sneakers? All the black people are going to come out to vote
because he's got indictments. He's a rapper.
He's in tune with the culture.
4-5 drop a mixtape. That's it. He's in. But they say Brock Purdy is the one who set him up.
What?
Brock Purdy sent the people after Cam.
Okay. Yo, what did he do to get them so mad?
I put that on them, but not because of Cam. Why was the guy TJ? Because again, there's nothing that you could tell me that man has ever won a fight before in his life. Like, why was he so upset that he decided to go at Cam with no history of violence, of winning? I don't know, man. But I don't know, man. This is crazy. Been a crazy year already. We're only 2 months in. Cat Williams, Monique, Cam. And what's the funniest part about all of this is everybody's on social media that knows Cam. Everybody that knows Cam is like, they're adding like mythos to this. Cam got jumped by 6 people. Cam got jumped by 40 people. It's wild when you really think about all of this, man. Because these are the people that y'all trust y'all kids around. trying to look at this. I'm just. What up? Please respect my decision. I don't know who you are, but you call me big bro, but what's good? My man really swung though and missed. But anyways, man, appreciate you guys for coming and hanging out with me for a little bit today on Monday. Wednesday show will be from Indianapolis at the Combine. Don't know what time. Once I get my schedule, we'll get more for that. Look at updates, stuff to start dropping on Den Media Group member section on Tuesday. If you're not a member, consider being a member for $3.99. We'll be posting stuff in there first, and then we'll be posting it up live for everybody else to be able to get in there. Though it said look like the Avengers trying to jump Thanos. I wonder if Cam's coming to the Combine. That'd be hilarious, man.
He got his own podcast,
though, right? Yeah, I'm waiting for his take on it. He got to talk about it, right?
Yeah, for sure. That's gonna be dope.
Man, dog. I just don't understand. Like, if you can't fight, don't fight. Like, it's so easy to not fight, or at least like 90% of it is not being the aggressor, right?
Right. I don't even know what could have Cam said. He couldn't have taken him off guard that much. You know, he came in there.
He wanted to fight. He was mad because he's not. The biggest thing comes down to it is they're not Cam. And that's the shit that was. Oh, that shit made me so mad. You know, I could have been like you, but you know, I stubbed my finger when I was in the 5th grade, and then man, get the fuck out of here, man. Like, they summoned down like the biggest, like it just seemed like it's just easy. Like, I sprained. You know how many times I sprained my knee? How many times like sprain your meniscus or you tear your meniscus? Like, you can't not stop playing because of that. Yeah, we didn't even get to the Duke. I didn't even get a chance to put that up there, Duke. Like, Wake Forest beat Duke. They stormed the court, and one of Duke's players, I believe, like, injured a Wake Forest fan. Like, he shoved the fuck out of the kid. It was wild. Oh yeah, Jimmy Butler got choked out. Again, tough guy. When you're a tough guy, you be like, you weren't so tough when that motherfucker was choking you out. Damn, dog, it's tough, man.
One thing to get punched, but to get manhandled the whole dude.
Yeah, like everybody loses, but to get choked out, man, slung around, like sometimes somebody just got good eyesight and just got good precision hand placement. But to get just taken advantage of and slung around like a rag doll, like you're a child. That man literally grabbed that man's hair. He grabbed the back of his neck like he was a child. Like he was like a kid got in trouble at church. And he said, come here, boy. And it's we're gonna come talk over here. I ain't talking to you here. I'm gonna talk to you all the way over there. And you're like, ah. That is a big weight class. That's again, that's the reason why you don't see lightweights, middleweights fighting heavyweights, man. That's a heavyweight, man. Primetime Mac happened to Plies in Tallahassee. Nah, man, that's crazy. But anyways, man, we'll see you guys on Monday, man. Appreciate y'all chopping it up with me. We'll see y'all next time.